Executive Director and co-founder of Warriors at Ease, which has trained over 400 yoga and meditation teachers to work in military communities internationally. These practitioners learn to ease the effects of combat stress, post-traumatic stress disorder, and trauma. And they have aided in the recovery of countless veterans.
Well, thank you so much for that warm welcome with that extra special touch. I want to thank the Smithsonian for the incredible vision to put on such an exhibit as this. I'm very honored to be in such august company. In 2006, I had the incredible good fortune to be hired by a very innovative Department of Defense organization at Walter Reed, the Deployment Health Clinical Center. I taught daily hatha yoga and iRest meditation classes, and iRest is a special adaptation of ancient Yoga Nidra that is trauma sensitive, and we also wanted to get rid of the yoga name, so we call it iRest, because it would be more culturally acceptable. And this was a 3-week intensive program that ran over and over again to treat PTSD and traumatic brain injury and other combat-related injuries. Believe me, my students at Walter Reed were quite different than those I worked with in the yoga studio less than a mile away. These guys were absolutely incredulous that after all they'd been through, the deployments, the pills, the therapies, that someone was asking them to do yoga and meditation. And they were not shy about letting me know that this was not going to work for them. But immediately, I began witnessing profound shifts and healing among these very skeptical and courageous people. They would tell me things like, I was able to get through a whole day without a flashback or a panic attack. I felt the most relaxed since before I was deployed, or I was finally able to get a good night's sleep after 2 years of less than 2 hours a night. Of the over 600 students I worked with there in 6 years, about 90% of them, in the end, said that yoga and meditation was extremely helpful to them. This work has changed my life, and I knew right away that this kind of work had to be widely available to active duty veterans and their families. At the same time I was working there, after a couple of years, scores of yoga and meditation teachers contacted me and saying, I want to help. Teach me how I can teach yoga and meditation to our veterans. So some pioneering colleagues and I founded Warriors at Ease to spread this work as far as we can and as far as it can be spread. But I think the best way I can tell you about the transformational power of yoga and meditation would be to share with you a story of one of the students I worked with at Walter Reed. He was a medic named Chris, and he had 2 deployments before he came through the program at Walter Reed that I worked in. After he left, he wrote me almost 18 months after he left the program, emailed me, and he said he wanted to set up a meditation room in Kandahar, Afghanistan, where he had been redeployed. And he wanted to share the meditation CD I had given him with the guys in his unit because it had been so helpful to him. I wrote back, go for it. With his permission, here are a few excerpts of my email correspondence with Chris over the following months, and these are Chris's words. It has taken some doing, but we have had success here at Kandahar sharing this work with our soldiers. I introduced the CD to them, led 3 sessions, and then we could see the training wheels were off, and they had found that it was a good resource for them to use independently. He wrote, I really sense that soldiers are hungry for real healing, more than pills or a quick fix. I could sense the strength they found in the meditation, and I could sense that iRest helped them face something much larger than the combat experience they'd just been through. I could sense that this was something that they were going to take with them like I did. Then he wrote me a few months later, it continues to surprise me who responds to this meditation. One soldier, for example, when asked what he likes to do, responded, "I like to drink and fight." There was a lot of those. He was the rudest, most vulgar, but endearing guy, and he completely surrenders. He said, he completely surrenders to the meditation. I feel it has tuned him into his heart and enabled him to communicate from a more tender side. A mind once expanded by a new idea never returns to its original dimensions. I have to believe, said Chris, the same goes for the human heart. This is the healing power of yoga. Thank you.